Guess who woke up to 100 subscribers today? Thank you. We're officially halfway to monetizing. That's crazy. I love you guys. Shout out to my 500th sub. 500th sub. Yeah. She left a really sweet comment. Thank you. I'm so happy. I also made a poll talking about doing like a 500 sub special. It's probably going to be a Q&A. But yeah, I'm very having a great day so far. So I'm going to have a celebratory upper body workout today. And then we're actually going on a field trip today. So I'll see you guys when I get back from the gym and look like a better person than right now.
I'll be clean.
Okay.
We can't have stuff on the floor in the vlogs. Okay?
What if I'm cleaning in the vlog? That's my vlog going out today. Hello, I'm home now. Please ignore that. That little trip to the camera store was really fun. A lot of the gear that I want to start off using in my business is relatively affordable. If anything, I'm just like extremely grateful that I already have a camera body to work with. I'm a Sony girl, always been a Sony girl, so I'm excited. I think things are gonna work out. I'm gonna do some video editing now. I need to edit my second YouTube video for the week, finish a short that I'm posting for next week, and then film another short that I'm posting for next week too. Wish me luck. Edit videos with me, I guess. Hey y'all, so it's a couple days later now. It's now Friday, April 24th, and I figured I would conclude this vlog with my little 500 subscriber Q&A. So I got maybe like 5 questions at most, which I'm very happy and grateful for. So the first one is, what does my day-to-day look like as I work on setting up my new business and going in a new direction? So as you guys heard in my last vlog, I'm starting basically photography and video production business. To be specific, I want to focus my photography primarily on architectural photography, buildings and architectural interiors, also event photography because I've done events before and it's also a really fun opportunity to network and just get to know about the other businesses in my area. And then I figured might as well throw in some brand photography just to like keep learning new photography skills. And then for video production, it's just solely gonna be social media video production. I'm not doing any commercial video production or anything. I don't plan on offering editing either. I plan on just shooting the video for people because I know that's a strength of mine and delivering it to clients of any and all industries, which can include architecture clients and everything else. And I'm kind of giving you guys too much information, my bad. So what does my day-to-day look like? Honestly, it looks different every day, and it kind of depends on how money's looking like during the week too. Unemployment is super helpful. I'm so grateful for it, but obviously like the weekly payments are limited. I have a little bit more freedom to build the schedule that I want for this time right now while I'm setting everything up because I just finished my 2-week webinar business training series. That was on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I would literally start my mornings with a 3-hour webinar. And then in the afternoons, I would typically get some lunch and then do some more business work for another 2 hours or so. And then I typically feel the most productive on creative work in the afternoon, late afternoon and evenings, whether that is a day where I'm filming for an hour or a day where I'm editing for an hour or more, because I get locked in when I edit, okay? What I plan for my day-to-day to look like is probably something similar to what I am doing. I like starting off my mornings with movement, to be honest, whether that is simply going for a walk or doing one of my weightlifting days at the gym or doing a Pilates day. And then I usually go to a cafe to work. It's really hard for me to stay inside all day. Like, I get super antsy, and I don't care what anyone says.
I don't see an issue with going out every single day to spend money on a coffee. Like,
that is the least of my worries, genuinely. And there's something about being out at the beginning of the day that keeps me so much more productive versus doing work at home. And then after that, I'll usually come home, do my chores, make some dinner, and maybe do some more creative work or more business work or do some 3D sculpting. It just kind of depends all on how I feel. But I'd say like the bulk of the business work right now is just finishing my branding, which I'm not going to go too crazy on it. I think what's my priority right now is just launching the business. I guess I didn't really give many technical answers to how I manage my week to week, but I've been using like this weekly scheduler basically since January now. I got it on Amazon, but it's been wonderful. It has like a habit tracker. I do a little doodle every single week. It has little notes on each page too, and top priority, don't get fired. Oh, okay. And I don't know why my brain just works best on a week-to-week view, and yeah, I've just been sticking to this. So this is a system that works really well for me. Additionally, I do typically use like electronic CRM systems like Monday.com. I've been super familiar with that because I've used it in corporate a lot. And then I also just use my Google Calendar. So I use that to manage my time a lot in productivity too. Yeah, I know that was such a long-winded answer, but I wanted to answer that one first. Now to more of the anime-related questions. Someone else asked, how does it feel to reach 500? It feels crazy. I know, like, in the grand scheme of YouTubers and just social media content creators, 500 isn't a lot, but I mean, I have a 1,500 on TikTok at this point, almost 500 on Instagram. Ooh, I almost threw up. 500 on YouTube now, and then I'm trying to think what else. I have 500 on Threads, so I don't know what the total of all of that is, but I just feel really proud of myself because I finally got to a point where I stopped overthinking everything and just do. Like, I want this to be a stream of income for myself, and it's something I'm passionate about, which is talking about my favorite media. So it feels validating more than anything. It feels validating. It feels like I'm finally getting the momentum I've been seeking for years. YouTube is probably one of the hardest platforms to grow on, for sure. It just feels really good, and I'm so grateful for it. Next question, or this one was more so like a comment. As a fellow biracial Black person, I would love more video essays connecting our cultures. Yes, absolutely. I will keep doing that. I mean, honestly, that is the main goal of any of my commentary, is seeing how I can kind of bridge the gap between cultures, being someone who is Black and someone who is Asian and who consumes heavily both forms of media and grew up with both forms of media pretty passionately. I am somewhat of a cinephile, maybe not like the really expert ones. I didn't go to film school, but I took a lot of Asian film courses in my undergraduate studies. So, and I want to be able to use that knowledge that I gained because I loved my degree. If there's anything that I'll always love about YouTube is that it's about you and the things that we want to talk about. It doesn't have to be something for business or for brands or just for being an influencer. It can simply be a place for additional conversation about things we're passionate about. That's what I want to do. I'm hoping to do that for a long time, and hopefully it can be another funnel into funding my dream studio one day, of maybe producing my own original works as someone who is Black and Asian. So this next question was, when did you realize you liked manga and anime? This is my favorite. It's such an interesting story, but my parents were both in the US Air Force. I was a military brat, so I moved around often. We were actually assigned to live in Japan. Somehow that got switched to the UK, but before I knew it was switched to the UK, I remember like frantically trying to learn Japanese as an 10 going on 11-year-old girl. It was so silly. I guess on top of that, both of my parents, they're very much geeky and nerdy, and they both had video game dates together. And my mom, she's Filipino and kind of grew up watching anime, like things of that sort. My parents were really young when they had me, so my mom loved Sailor Moon. And my mom actually got me into watching Naruto whenever we were PCS to Biloxi, Mississippi. I lived there during Hurricane Katrina, which is such crazy to think that I went through that as a little 9-year-old. When we were there during Hurricane Katrina, we had like this little portable DVD players, and my mom went and rented Spirited Away. And that was my very first Studio Ghibli movie that I watched at 9 years old in 2005. And it just stuck with me. It stuck with me so much. I love Miyazaki. Like, he is my hero, honestly. I love what he stands for as far as highlighting children and how they see the world. I love how he highlights heroines specifically, so like female heroes. And I love that there's constant things of like environmentalism in all of his movies too. All of his worlds he depicts in his movies are just so fantastical and unique. The biggest strength, again, in a lot of the Studio Ghibli movies is that they're female heroines 90% of the time. Watching that as a young girl made me believe in myself, who I could be growing up, and I'm still not exactly where I want to be yet, but I know it will happen. I know it takes longer than a 90-minute movie to make it happen. If Chihiro could go to a spirit world, find her way back, Nausicaa could save her hometown from like these invaders and without causing the extinction of these alien bugs, and Fio from Porco Rosso could design the airplane for Porco and make sure she gets on the plane with them and make sure that it works. There's just so much inspiration and strength that just makes you want to believe in yourself, and that's the biggest takeaway for me. Yeah, basically from Spirited Away, I explored all of the Ghibli movies, and I was already into, like, I guess, Naruto, and I kept exploring more when I was in high school. I was that quiet girl in the class that always had her Kindle with her and downloaded those questionable free manga reading apps and would just read manga every single day in class.
I don't know how I graduated high school, but I did.
And yeah, I even have my own little manga collection, a bunch of incomplete manga collections, but it's the stories, you know? Like, it's the stories, especially any female-led stories. It's just stuck with me, and it resonates with me, and I want to share that with people who are getting into anime now. Anyways, this was a really long answering of the 500 subscriber Q&A. If you watch this video in its entirety, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I post again next time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.